Welcome back to the Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from the Hot Pot Boys. Nose sizes. Does it correlate with penis size? I don't know. But there's research out there that says something about it. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. Let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
Does having a big...
And you know what's funny? There's a girl that I'm dating. She actually sent me this research in Instagram. And I just thought it was funny. I didn't think anything of it really, but then now the Hot Pot Boys are doing something about it. So I was like, all right, let's talk about it.
Nose mean you might also have a big old eggplant? Well, this new South Korean study confirms that. So I guess as guys, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, from silly to serious, always breaking it down, guys. Make sure you like this video because this is going viral on Instagram right now. Definitely sort of on the
Yeah, that's exactly where she sent it to me, so I thought it was funny.
sillier side. But long story short, Andrew, there was a brand new Seoul study that came out and said that there is a positive relationship between nose size, nose protrusion, and penis length. This confirms a previous study, Andrew, in Japan in 2021, where they studied.
What about like thickness? My nose is pretty wide, you know. I can like widen my nostrils pretty well. Does that mean my penis is thicker than most men?
a bunch of male cadavers, which is, you know, that's just very Japanese.
Which is weird because it's cadavers. How can you like? Because there's people that grow and there's people that show. There's showers and growers. You know, I think a lot of men are growers. You know, when they get excited, it significantly grows, you know, and there's some men that are just, that's how big they are like all times pretty much. So this is a little weird that they're using cadavers. This is where I'm like, I don't understand why this research is like kind of used this way, because there's no growth factor and there's no blood going in there. So how can you use this as like, I don't know.
That's a whole nother thing. But long story short, the live Korean males, you know, the nose correlation thing, it matches up with the previous study from Tokyo University.
There's also some other things they found. They said also men with lower BMI, body mass index, also possibly had larger PP sizes.
This one I can agree with, because that means you actually have lower fat body and you have lower, like your bottom area has less fat to protrude out. So when you're skinnier, it goes inwards in a sense because you're skinnier. So it actually, your penis, in a sense, is bigger in a sense, you know, but like this one I can kind of agree with.
And then also it said that the bigger the foot the guy has, the wider the wiener was.
Right. So you're saying that
mind.
the previous assumption that the size of the foot was the length of the weenie is wrong. It actually is the circumference.
Yeah, I guess so. If you got big feet and a big nose, that means you probably got a long, wide tube.
So you're saying based off people's physical attributes, you can literally model to the diameter, radius, length, width, volume, mass, somebody's weenie. Who knows, guys? Like we said, silly to serious, we're breaking it down. Andrew, why do you think this is going so viral on Instagram? This is the type of thing that like everybody, especially guys, are gonna joke about and click on after a hard day of work.
Yeah,
you know?
because people are obsessed with another man's like penis in a way. You know,
the West, specifically.
Especially in the West, because we almost look at it like, yo, if I know I got a bigger dong than you, then I almost don't have to respect you as a man, which is messed up because really, although I get why you think dong size matters, but as far as being a man, a productive person, and even a possibly dangerous man in society or a, you know, a protective man in society, the dong size doesn't have anything to do with it.
No, it
of
does
course,
not.
when it comes to in the bedroom, sure, it has maybe something to do with it, but I guess what I'm saying is that in the West, it's almost like a death sentence if you got a micro peepee.
Yeah, right. And of course, it leads to a lot of stereotypes. I would say, obviously, Asian guys in general as a group on more on the, you know, taking an L in that sort of scenario.
Yeah.
Whether it's true or not. Let's get into the comments section and then our own takeaways. Andrew, somebody said, no wonder why Voldemort was so pissed and he wanted to burn down the world. This guy had no nose. Think about the study. No nose means he had a little.
This is just joking around, guys, but I think it's hilarious the jokes that these guys are making.
But that's so messed up, man. That's why I support the tiny meat gang movement, because I'm like, these guys with the small meats, they need representation and they need empowerment.
Yeah.
Because how is it going to be like, oh, just because you got a micro wiener, that you should go become a terrorist.
Right. And it's sort of gone along with the new short kings and everything, and sort of everybody just joking about a lot of things that people used to not joke about. Somebody said, this is cap, man. My nose huge, man, and I ain't packing like that. Somebody said, as someone with a big nose, I can tell you that ish, unfortunately, is not true. Someone said, I can't confirm. I have a micro nose.
This is where I'm saying, because they're using cadavers. Like do these scientists not realize that there's people that when they get excited, it grows significantly, like almost 3 times or 4 times the actual size of it when it's not aroused? So that's why I was like, wait, cadavers, there's no blood flow. You would never know like so you're talking about flaccid penises when you're talking about this in a sense. And that actually does not determine how big your penis is.
I mean, I would guess, so the nose is an organ, and so is the PP is also an organ. So I don't know if it just means you might have larger organs. I'm just trying to go along with the study and try to logically work this out.
And you're saying that there was some prenatal hormonal genetic explanation for this, right?
Yeah,
there's technically some science to back this up.
Yeah, several studies have suggested that hormone exposure in the prenatal period affects the growth of reproductive organs.
Hey, man, who knows? I never looked into this stuff before. Somebody said, in this case, Gonzo from the Muppets just got the final laugh. Same with Squidward.
SpongeBob!
Somebody said...
wait, how come? But then Squidward was always so grumpy.
Yeah, that's true. Who knows? Somebody said bigger people have bigger body parts, okay? This just in tall people are tall. Because they're saying if you have bigger feet, bigger hands, a bigger nose, technically that would probably correlate with just being a much larger person.
I would agree with that.
Much larger person, that could be the correlation.
Yeah, I would really like to know how height is factored in this, because think about it. If the guys with the bigger noses all happen to be taller, then wouldn't it also kind of just be saying that, like, taller guys might have larger penile size?
And taller guys having taller dongs would not go viral at all, because that's already what people would think is logical, right?
Exactly.
Do you know what it is? You need to have everybody be 5'8" or 5'9" and then do this as a control. See, I'm teaching you guys science. Somebody said, is this what the Japanese are studying? Not how to end global warming, increase health and vitality, world peace, just penis to nose size ratio? Okay, bravo. By the way, guys, I think that in Japan and Korea, they study a lot of things.
Dude, I would say this. Listen, if you're Korea, why wouldn't you study this? The Korean wave is going on, all right? You got K-pop everywhere on earth. And then, of course, as a researcher, you're like, hey, you know, it'd be pretty cool if, like, I went viral too. So, like, what can I research? Like,
right.
I'm trying to find out.
Everything else already got studied. I guess I'll just go into this field that not that many people put time into. Somebody said, well, in the Japan study, dead people don't get erect. So how do they accurately measure this? Some people are growers.
Right. You can't go. And then some girl was like, yeah, so what? Someone was just going around trying to jerk off these dead bodies?
Oh, my goodness, man. What were they doing in Japan?
Exactly.
Somebody said,
like, I 100% agree with that. Like, I don't understand how they can do it with cadavers when, yeah, there's no growth in that.
Lies. My ex had a big ass nose but had a shrimp weenie. This was from a girl. I know too many men with big noses and small eggplants. This was from another girl. My aunt has a big nose. Does that mean that she also has a big penis?
When these girls say, I know too many men, I'm like, what's the sample size?
Somebody said, what is the correlation for a girl having a big nose, huh? Which body part do they have that's extra big? Hilarious. Somebody said, great, another way for
clitoris?
For Asians to perpetuate fat phobia about BMI. Golly, Asians are so lookist.
I mean,
Nope, I don't think it's fat phobia or anything. I think that's pure science. Because if you are fatter, you're protruding more. So your pelvic area is protruding more. Your groin area is protruding more. The more fat that's protruding, the less of your penis is technically exposed. So when you're skinnier, more of your penis is exposed compared to your pelvic bone area. So in a sense, it does give you length. So I don't disagree with this.
I think that there is a balance here of being lookist in this new, like, visual world that we live in, but also being healthy. Like, and I'm not saying people with larger BMIs aren't healthy, because BMI is like, it's not really a perfect, like, measurement.
It's a little old school.
Yeah, like, I have a larger BMI, even me, and I think I'm very healthy, obviously. But, like, I think that I think ultimately Asians.
I finally hit 11%, trying to get down to 9. So I'm pretty healthy overall too. So, but the average for men is pretty decent, and then average for women is actually pretty high.
You need to just focus on living healthy, fit lives, and I think that's the most important. And you can be big and healthy, by the way.
I think this comment came from an Asian girl who probably, dates a lot of non-Asian guys. She said, y'all want to beat the small D allegations so bad, and I don't blame y'all, but please quit with the studies.
But I think it's, to be honest, I know a lot of people think.
I don't think this actually means to beat the small study, or it's the small mindset over for Asians or anything, because this has nothing to do with being Asian or not. So
this is a frivolous study. I think it's, listen, they're researchers. You got to research something.
I don't think they were just stretching the cadaver weenies for fun, man. They probably were just studying things. I don't know. Who knows? Somebody said, I'm from Korea, and a lot of people have nose jobs. So does that really skew the study?
Wait, I need to know.
That's possible. You know what? You're wrong.
Who were the people who were like helping with the study, like the nurses and stuff?
Like who signed up for
it? Like, are they there? Like, who's measuring? Who's doing the work here? Who's the assistant researchers?
A girl said, a girl at my college figured this out years ago. She'd guess a dude's dong size based on nose, hand, and foot size with 85% accuracy.
Yeah, I mean, that would go along with the study, right?
What was the sample size?
Yeah, I need to know the sample size. We need more details on this. Hey, listen, if there are people out there, men or women, who are conducting this study in real life, we need to know the details, and I need to see the numbers, all right? You guys got to keep it in an Excel sheet.
All right, Andrew, let's just get into our takeaways. Obviously, we always break down everything silly to serious here. This is definitely, in a way, for sure on the silly end, but it's going viral, right?
Yeah.
Because it's science, so science is serious.
Yeah, I would like to hope that the more conversations we have about peen size, or even vaginal size for that matter, I think that those should be less important, or at least less judgmental. I get it personally, if you care about that kind of stuff, that's your own personal preference. But to treat people differently because they have a smaller peen, or I don't know, girls don't really like joke on each other about their stuff. But anyways, guys on guys, we really joke and crack on each other about this, and I think that needs to stop. And I think it is changing a little bit as the years go on. I see the short king movement. I see the tiny meat gang movement. I see the 3-inch movement and stuff like that. So I think it's good. The guys are getting more empowered.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting, guys. Let us know what you think of this study in the comment section below. Is there any legitimacy to it? Honestly, even if there is a slight trend towards this being true, Andrew, what if it's only like 65 out of 100? So it barely got over 50%.
Right.
And if it was below 50%, then you'd say it's definitely not true, right?
Obviously, it's not true for everybody, guys, but I do want to ask this question. What studies are you willing to believe in? Because there's real studies out there that we noticed in the past few years, David, obviously dealing with the Ovid situation and the vaccine and stuff, that a lot of people didn't believe. But are those same people believing this study? Are they going to be like, yeah, well, of course, I knew it, man. Big noses. Of course, I got this big old nose right here. And I'm like, what studies are you going to believe? Because if you believe some studies, are you believing all, or are you discounting this one just because it doesn't agree with what you believe already?
I know for one thing, for me, it's just like, I don't even take all this stuff that serious.
Yeah.
And I just like, I like everybody.
I just thought it was
about
funny.
It's funny to me. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Until next time, we the Hot Pot Boys. We out. Peace.
All right, guys with the big noses, comment down below. I thought it was lighthearted and pretty funny. Again, one of the girls I was dating sent me this article on Instagram, and she was just like, "Did you know about this?" And I was just like, "What?" I was just like, "No." And yeah, they were using dead bodies. Like, I don't understand how that can correlate properly, but it is what it is. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.